What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Clemente Collector. And today, we're gonna do a 1,000 subscriber hangout. I've got some friends that are gonna join us. This should be a lot of fun. To start, we're gonna do the drawing for the 71 Clemente card, my favorite Clemente card. And also, we had a Bowman card given to us from Cards and Comics. So we're gonna have two different giveaways, which will be a lot of fun. Let me bring a guest on the screen right now. It is John. And John, what are you doing here, man?
Oh, I couldn't miss this for the world. I mean, didn't I get the ball rolling on this whole contest thing to begin with, anyways?
I can't believe you're showing your face after the beatdown that you took from the community. It's bad.
Well, I thought it would be appropriate for me to come on here and show this card that everyone just so happens to be 0.5 grade higher than the one that Theo has.
Oh
If
my
anybody
gosh.
didn't catch that,
So we're not going to call a truce, I guess, huh? Oh gosh.
that'll be the last time.
All right. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I think one of the things that came out of this that maybe hasn't been talked about as much is my favorite card, the 71 Clemente, has been getting a lot of love in the community. I think at least two people bought one for the contest. Isn't that what you think too?
It's quite possible. It seems like a lot of people all of a sudden have one. So
Yeah. Yeah. So it's really, really cool. Do you also have I sent you something in the mail. Is it nearby you?
it is.
All right, don't show my address.
I'll show the backside.
All right, sounds good. So, Jason from Cards of Comics is in here. Jason, the card didn't come yet. It'll probably come on Monday, but we'll still give it away today, and I'll send it out. So, no big deal. All right. Should we?
Coincidentally, I had that 53 Kiner in the exact same grade in my previous collecting, and was one of the cards I sold. So
That is fun. That is funny. So I hope some of you guys out there have a drink tonight with me. Kind of celebrate the 1,000 subscribers. I did want to talk about John a little bit, though. John has been, I would call you my YouTube wife. You're always nagging me, always calling me with issues. I'm always hearing from John. We've kind of been two peas in a pod for about a year now since you came on my channel for Behind the Cards. Do you remember that, John?
I do. That was quite the occasion for both of us of getting the ball rolling with collaborative type content. So
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I think me and you get along so well because we both started vintage very late in our lives. Didn't have anything to do with it and just jumped right in. So I think that's kind of what kind of drew us together in the first place, wouldn't you say?
oh yeah. I mean, we both collected slightly different junk wax decade, but then had no concept of collecting vintage as a kid. That seemed like an unattainable thing for both of us. And yeah, and now we find ourselves doing nothing but.
Exactly. Exactly. If I told you a year ago when we shot together, your collection would be what it is today, what would you think? What would you think of that?
uh Seems a little unbelievable. I at that time when we first started that, I mean, I had only crossed the $100 threshold with a card. I'd never bought one that had a 2 in front of it. And
Yeah.
now look at me. I got a 4-figure card that I bought recently. So geez.
I know. I think the same way. I'm like, when I look back at old videos of over a year ago, I'm like, I would have never thought my collection would look like it does today. So it is kind of crazy to think about. All right, you ready to call a duck race, John?
Sure, I can help you out with that.
All
I'm a
right.
support crew right here, part of the Clemente Collector channel.
Okay, so I like to have duck races on the channel. So everybody's name's in there. We ended up with 33 VRs. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who did a VR. And what we're going to do is we're going to do two races. The winner of the first race gets to pick which of the two cards they want, and the winner of the second race gets whatever cards left over. So let's do the first race.
All right, the competitors are at the starting line, and they're off. A very crowded field here. It's hard to make out who's leading. I got a red duck down there. What is that? Clean, cheap shots getting off to an early lead. Drew. And we got the card pile up there. Like, oh, these card piles emerging. It's getting close. There's a duck down at the bottom. What's that? 4 soft corners. Joe getting the lead with Video Guy 316 close behind.
Drew's up there.
Video Guy 316 takes the lead. Oh, but Vintage Legacy. Oh, no. Emerging with a beret. Reindeer Studios. Take it.
God.
Look at that.
Wow. All right. Let me get it. Okay. All right. So Reindeer Studios gets the first pick. All right. Let's do one more race for the last one.
All right. The Purple Ducks got a little lead there. What's that? Something. Damn card collector. What is that? Oh, but no, they are bunched up. We got the top hat. Sammy Thunder's got a little poking lead there with a long by a nose. Oh, he's back. Scott's in the lead again. Should have deleted that duck.
I didn't think he would win again.
Oh, someone's going to take it. There we go. We got a bunch there. The green one. What is that? Something 45. What is that? Diamond Gem 45 is the winner.
Oh,
that one
wow.
was really bunched up.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations to the two winners. Oh, we got to figure out how to get these ducks gone. All right. Here we go. Good. All right. So congratulations to the winners. Thank you guys so much for watching that. And let's get some friends on the screen. First up, we got Chris from Missouri. Welcome, Chris.
I thought you said friends.
Oh, hey guys, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Chris, you came on my Behind the Card show, and I kind of put your channel on the map, don't you think?
Oh yeah, it would not have made it if it wasn't for you. And,
definitely. You know, there wasn't a guy down in Texas pushing them at all.
Yeah. I remember about a year ago at this time, Theo was like trying to get on every show possible, you know, and I think he applied for the Food Network show. He was trying to get on Jerry Springer. He was on everybody's channel, and you know, but at least he's settled down now since 1,000 subscribers. Crazy. Is that right? Is that what we're celebrating tonight?
1,000 very not very smart people, right?
Well, I tell you what, that goes to show everybody watching in here that isn't a YouTuber. You don't have to have an high IQ. You don't have to be good looking. You too can find 1,000 people that will subscribe to your channel. And what I just got out of that last statement when he said that you were his YouTube wife, and then he followed it up with, he nags at me. I mean, I wonder what your real wife's going to say when she watches this thing. Is that all she does is nag at you like John does?
No, she's a good wife.
It's too late. Too late. You can't pedal that one back. You've already said he was just like your wife.
We lost Chris. Dang
it. Somebody's got to keep Theo in line. I mean, you know, I do it for this stuff, and the wife does it for the rest of life.
I'm just glad I got his first name right tonight. First time in about 3 videos that I got Theo.
Leo, that's on 4 corners.
That's right.
All right, so let's get the next person in here, Darren. Darren,
hey guys, congratulations, Theo.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome.
So Darren, you came on my show Behind the Cards too.
I did.
That was awesome. That was early on. I remember checking out your channel when you were a smaller channel, and I'm like, this guy's got some crazy cards.
I was gonna say I had like 8 subs when you subbed me and started telling people about me, so I appreciate it. It was great coming on your channel. It's always fun to chat with you.
Yeah, it is. Well, thank you so much, Derek, for coming on and hanging out. Let's get the next guest on. Dave, what's up, Dave?
What's up? I had to go put this on, support you.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So
Dave, Dave, you were on Behind the Cards too.
I was.
That's awesome.
I still haven't got paid from you yet, so I'm still waiting on that.
The check's in the mail, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Roomy? Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, me and Dave at the Nashville, we were roommates. So thank you. Thanks for coming on and hanging out tonight, Dave. Let's see who else is in the backstage here. Matt from the Card Story. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks for having me. Congratulations, Theo.
Thank you.
I did wear my shirt. I like your channel subscriber growth. I've experienced some growth personally, so the shirt no longer fits. So.
All right, we're gonna have to upsize you. We'll get you another one. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. I remember you came on, I think, the second Behind the Cards episode.
Yeah, right after Dom, that's Dave and Sports. I think we were second on, so that was awesome. Thanks for having us on. That was our first time to do an interview. I remember Ty was super nervous, so it was definitely fun.
That was
a lot. Congratulations, sir. Well deserved.
Yeah, I'll never forget the first time I saw your channel. You guys were doing VRs every other day. It was insane.
Yeah, we used to be a lot better about doing video responses, a lot better about doing content regularly. I can't even get Ty on camera anymore. So.
That's okay. All right, I get it. Let's see here. Who else is back here? Oh, who's this guy? What's up, Greg?
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
I thought you couldn't make it.
Dude, I changed plans when it comes to you, Theo. If it's time to celebrate Theo, I gotta pull the ripcord on whatever else was on the agenda. So I'm here.
Well, thank you for being here, man. It's much appreciated.
Yeah, I'm with the who's who of good-looking guys as I look across the screen here. I don't know.
Lucky you.
We got a big crowd here. I really appreciate it, guys. It really means a lot to me. And last but not least, I think he's the third guy on Behind the Cards. He was so just such a nice guy to me whenever I started my channel. Orlando from A Collector's Dream. What's up, Orlando?
Hey, Theo, congratulations. That was awesome that you finally got the 1,000 subscribers. I remember at the National, we spent some time together there, and you had just started almost, your channel, and it's just great to see you and all you do for the hobby and, getting everybody together. It's just awesome.
Thanks, man.
Congrats,
I appreciate
my friend.
Thank you for coming on. You were, I think you just hit 1,000, and I reached out to you. And you were just the nicest. You are the nicest guy. But I was just like, this guy. I'm like nobody. I have like 200 subscribers. He's coming up for an interview. It was like, you're a class act, Orlando. So I appreciate it.
Well, thanks.
So John got a package in the mail. John. So what do you guys think? Do you think we should let John open this, or do you think we should make him wait like a couple weeks?
Open it.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
All right, John, let's open this package.
All right. I haven't even started opening it, so you might want to still talk about something.
Okay.
Is it a 71 Clemente and a 5?
Oh yeah. Why don't we guess what do you guys think is in there? What's the guess?
I think a Clemente in a 5 or higher.
Right.
I think if it's from you, it's white powder because you were upset with you.
The mail bomb.
If I knew,
think
I
it's
would
like
send him.
I think it's like a Walmart portrait of you in like a 5x7 frame.
Hopefully it's an HGA slab of some kind.
Let's see here, John. We're gonna give you the full screen, man.
Okay. Well, I see the back of it already, but okay. Oh, wow, look at that. It's an actual nice gift.
You sound surprised.
I was surprised. I thought Theo was going to do something mocking me.
Oh.
mine's
there you go.
John, that card is ridiculously bad. Like, what are you doing? Oh man.
Here, I was gonna send them mine as a gag gift. My Clemente authentic.
Oh man. So my thought too was, I know John loves Willie Mays, so I have a better card. I got a better Willie card than John. I got a better Frank Robinson, got a better Hank Aaron, Cepeda, and Ernie Banks. So I beat you on 5 Hall of Famers there, John.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you.
So
Theo, what I thought would be funny tonight is if John won your giveaway and won that Clemente card and sent it off to get graded, and it came back a 5. I thought that would have been hilarious.
That would have been really funny. Yeah, I was thinking about the best gift to give John, and I was like, I have to have a higher by 0.5 grade than John. So that was the plan all along. Did you suspect it, John, that I was going to do that?
I had no idea what you had in store for me, honestly.
So
Well, I'm gonna
Theo,
be
is
showing
like the next 20 video is going to be you just showing that card.
Every video. So that is funny.
Next video, we're going to have John. Theo, I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends, Theo.
We got some guys in the background here. Let's see here. Look at this, Mookie. What's up,
Hey,
Mookie?
Look at that. You get a face.
Mookie sighting.
You earned it, I guess.
I couldn't stay away. Congratulations, Theo. Congratulations on 1,000. I know how hard you've worked to get to that milestone by going up and asking every single person who has a phone in their hand, will you please subscribe to my channel? And all that effort has finally paid off. We got 1,000 of us. 10% of us, no, maybe 1%. Greg, you're the math guy. What percentage are in the room right now? Pretty good percentage. Anyway, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you so much, Mookie. And it's an honor that you came on screen again. I appreciate it. I've been trying to get you for an interview, so maybe we'll just take everybody off screen and I'll just interview Mookie right here.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
3 weekends in a row, Mookie. Gonna give
I
everything.
know. I know. My family loves it, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I hope you wrote some jokes tonight. Let's no, I'm just messing. Let's see if let me see if I can get another person on screen. I don't know. Let me see. There's the Drew.
Yeah, hey. Hey, Drew.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, Drew.
What's up, man? Drew, can you hear us?
I don't think he can hear us.
No, I think he has bad internet.
He's gonna try again.
Well, it's hard when you have this many people on screen. But does anybody have any recent pickups they're sitting around on that they want to show anything off to tonight?
Yeah.
Orlando here with
I got my Cracker Jack card that I got.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Orlando, where'd you buy it? Did you buy that from an auction house, you said?
Yeah, I got it from Heritage. They were auctioning off, I think, an entire set of Cracker Jack, but I couldn't afford any of the Hall of Famers.
Nice.
So I picked up this one in a 4. And it's the 1915, so the back is upside down. So you go like that, and now it's right side up. So it talks about the player. My first Cracker Jack card, I did a video on it. Just
So all those
happy
years,
to have it.
all those years at the dealer, you never had one, or you never had one for your collection?
I never had one.
Wow.
I never really that much into pre-war until about maybe 20 years ago, but I didn't get into the Cracker Jacks and stuff like that. I got to more into the cards from the 19th century. You know, the old Judge and all the rest of that stuff, and the Mayos and the of course the Goodwin Champions, and some of the T206s and those type of cards. But I didn't really get into the Cracker Jacks. They were expensive in those days. They're still expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome card, Orlando. Does anybody else have any recent pickups they want to show?
I had an SGC come back today.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited about it. It's a 54 Bob Feller,
Oh wow.
Nice.
and then a Whitey Ford.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Didn't you have a card John doesn't have?
I do have a card John doesn't have, but John does not want this card.
I believe it's on his want list.
It is on his want list, but he has here's what it is, Theo. Since he tasted the blood of beating you by a half point, he cannot settle for this low a grade a card. And
I don't know. That one looks pretty nice for a 1.5.
it is really nice for a 1.5. But anyway,
That's awesome.
Congrats.
I can't wait to see your episode with the SGC return. How many cards did you get back?
26, and then I'm expecting 21 more. And some of them had to do with trade night with you guys, because not only did I get one George Brett back,
Oh, I'm coming to solo. Good.
I got that one back from trade night. I got this one in a 2. This one in a 1.5. And this one in a 5.
Oh, nice. And that was Adam's card closet, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Building a rainbow there.
It coming close.
How was the turnaround time?
Very quick. I mean, so listen to this. I mailed it on the 14th of May. They received it on the 17th, and I got it back today. To me, that's a lot quicker than it was, a few weeks ago when I turned, or a month ago when I turned one in. You know, some people are just getting stuff back from Strongsville now.
Right.
Nice.
Well, that's
Hey, I got a question for you, Theo, since we're supposed to be celebrating you.
Okay. Go ahead.
And this is actually a real question, not trying to make fun. But who was the very first person you watched on YouTube that dealt with cards?
Wow, that's a good question. Whew. That's in our community or any community? Like, because I watched some breaker channels first, and I don't remember the names of the channels, to be honest with you. The first vintage YouTube channel I remember watching was probably Lou Rock, because when I started collecting Clemente, I started searching top 10 Clemente cards because I was curious to see what would be in the list, and Lou Rock's channel was one of the first channels that popped up. So, hey, we got Drew back. Drew, can you hear us?
Now I can hear you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened before that.
Thanks for coming, Drew. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry I'm a little late.
That's all right, man. I appreciate it. So does anybody else want to share any pickups?
I got one for you, Theo.
All right, what do we got?
You see that?
Nice.
To do with your
Nice
videos,
Gibson.
right?
Yeah.
So this is a 2022 Topps Living Josh. I actually had it. I thought before Wednesday, maybe I'll pick up a couple more of these and see what the price is. $8, I think, and they're selling for 40 now. So
Wow.
yeah, pretty crazy. Anyway, pretty cool.
That is really cool. That is cool. Does anybody else here have any plan to get a Josh Gibson card?
Man.
There goes
Not
Darren.
short term.
That's I bet Darren spent more than $8 on his Josh.
Now is
I
definitely
actually
not
have
the
a
time
few.
to buy.
Okay. All right,
I have
let's
this
see.
one. This is a Griffith Seat Stadium relic. So that one's kind of cool.
Wow.
What is that? A bat piece or what is it?
No, it's a piece of a seat from Griffith
Oh,
Stadium. And then
okay.
this one is the Bowman Sterling This is a Forbes Field seat, a piece of seat from Forbes Field. And then this one is an actual. This is a bat relic from Josh Gibson.
And what I heard from Al is there was only a couple bats that survived, correct?
Yeah, I think there's only a couple. I think so. This set here, they had two different cards. They had this one at a 99, and then they had another one that looked almost exactly the same, but it had two pieces of bat. And I think that was I think it might have been out of 99 also. But I've never seen any other bat relics other than those.
Wow.
Which actually makes me feel bad that there's only two Josh Gibson bats out there, and one of them got shredded for some baseball cards. Makes me a little sad.
When did you
sad
pick
that
I knew this was happening. Now I picked those up when I did my Josh Gibson on my top 50 of all time list. Josh Gibson was number 31, so I probably picked these up 4 or 5 months ago.
Oh, that was timely,
right?
Wow. What were you saying, Orlando? I'm sorry.
There's just nothing of Josh Gibson playing days. You know, there's really no cards. There's one card known, which is a postcard, which is signed by Josh Gibson, 1931.
Yeah.
Other than that, there is no known playing days cards of Josh Gibson at all. And it's a shame that they didn't make any cards of any Negro leagues, you know, during the playing days of the Negro leagues, other than in other countries like Cuba and Mexico and stuff like that. So it's just a shame. And a lot of the equipment, a lot of the stuff was just basically given away or just thrown away or reused. A lot of those uniforms, they were just reused, you know, and renumbered and stuff like that. So who knows whatever happened to all of the Negro League stuff. It just kind of disappeared. And there's very little of it around. There is one guy that has the best Negro League collection, and that's Al and Jergala, I think it is. And he has the one of one, the only known Pete Hill card from the Cuban Cabana set. He has the Oscar Charleston from the Billiken set. And those are, you know, there's just a handful of those cards known to exist. But there is no Josh Gibson. The only one, Theo, is what's considered his rookie card is the one that you highlighted on your video, which is the Laughlin, 1974 Laughlin.
No,
that's the earliest American.
Your book had the Talateris as the rookie card for Gibson.
Talateris is the rookie card,
right?
But you know, I mean, again, there's a handful of those around,
right?
And it is the earliest one, and it is after his playing days. But the American, you know, the American card, the first American card made of Josh Gibson is the Laughlin, the 74 Laughlin.
Yeah, I had a couple people reach out to me in the comments and say they have the full Laughlin set, which obviously I think obviously that whole set's gone way up with the news in the attention to it. I would love to see. Put your hand up if you had the bat relic card that Darren has. Would you sell it like now, and you use the profits? Does anybody in here, would they sell it? Greg,
I wouldn't.
So we got two. Anybody in the chat would you sell it with where the market's at right now? I'm curious.
If I had two of them, I'd sell one, but I'd like to keep one as a collector.
Go ahead, Greg. You had your hand up. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I just think that I think whenever you have a rapid increase in demand, like we've seen millions of times, right? There's this shoot up and then things kind of renormalize. And I think, I don't know if I'd sell it today. I might give it another week or two, but I would be selling it in the very near future. That's an unusual one though, because there are so few of them. If it was like Mookie's card that Mookie just showed, 100% that one would be hitting a 7-day auction right now. Darren's is a little bit tougher because there's just not a lot of them, but I think it'll always be higher than it was 2 weeks ago, but I don't think it'll have the attention that it has right now.
As a true collector, I don't sell stuff, Greg.
Raise your hand if you're a true collector.
I don't want to hear about true collector. Chris, go ahead, man.
I would sell it, and I would commission Scott Reindeer Studio to get a postcard of Josh Gibson. Then I would find somebody that had a bunch of Clemente cards, and I would get a half grade higher than any card that you have. That's what
We're gonna have to kick Chris out again. Oh man, that is really cool though, Darren, that you had those prior. I think that's crazy. Like I said, the whole story about Adam buying, he literally got the card 2 days prior to the news. I just think that's a wild story in itself. But
it's not really news though. I mean, they've been saying for like 3 years they were going to do this. They've just been compiling. So it's not like nobody knew this was going to happen. Everyone knew this was going to happen.
I don't think anybody knew what the stats would end up looking like, and that Ty Cobb's records would be broken. Do you guys disagree? Do you just think
if you go, it's funny if you go to baseballreference.com and you click on all-time batting average leaders, it would always show Cobb as number 1. It would show Oscar Charleston though as number 2. So it had Negro League players and Major League Baseball players. But if you were to go into it even prior to the other day and you search for Josh Gibson, it showed his batting average of 372. So I don't know why they didn't actually, because it's shown that for because I a couple of years ago I looked that up and was wondering why it wasn't on there. They've shown that as his batting average on Baseball Reference for a while now. I don't even think they've updated. If you go look at it even today, I think it still shows Ty Cobb as number 1. If you look at the list of the highest career, so it's just it was an anomaly that they had it on his breakdown on his page, but on the all-time leaders for some reason they didn't have him, but they had other Negro League players.
Because he still doesn't meet the minimum number of at-bats they've required for career to count.
Right. He had 2,000 at-bats.
Yeah, so it seems like they changed the threshold, it seems like, when the news rolled out, basically. Which is, yeah.
Greg's right. Everybody knew it was coming. It's been happening, and I mean, they've been talking about it for a long time. It was going to happen. I actually got at ComC one of the Laughlin cards about 3 months ago, and I should be getting it this week. It takes forever to get it mailed. Of Jose Mendez. Jose Mendez is one of the top Cuban Negro League pitchers, and I just got it because he's a Cuban pitcher, but also the Laughlin set. I was reading about it because I met that Phil Gary guy, and the author, and he was telling me about it. I think sometime last year, he was saying, this is a set to look at, and I didn't look at it at that time, but I did pick up that one card. But
nice.
People have been saying that, pick up all these Negro Leaguers over a year ago. And now it's just as soon as it hits the main street, the main guys on YouTube and stuff, then it starts taking off. But really, if you pay attention to what's going on, Major League Baseball said that they would do that a long time ago. It's just a matter of they just did it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's change topics because it's a polarizing topic, and I think we talked about it enough, obviously. But let's talk about pickups a little bit more. I actually got a pickup in the mail from Pepino Man, my brother and on 4 Collectors. Let me show this baby off. It's so Roberto Clemente Day. They put these on the bases.
Oh,
Pepino
nice.
Man sent one to me from Dodger Stadium. So. Very, very, very blessed to have this, and
awesome.
I think Lou Rock got one last year, a couple years ago, and maybe a couple other guys. But it's a really, really cool piece to add to the collection. I feel like. So
that's a great piece.
Cut out of the base? What is that? What is that? Leather?
No, it was never stuck to the base. They come on sheets. and the grounds crew sticks these to the bases, and this one was never stuck. So they're just like stickers.
It's stuck onto the side of the base.
Yes,
I think
the
it's
side
on
of the base.
there. Not on top, but right on the side.
Yeah, I think they stick them on two or four sides of the bases, and they have extras, obviously, because they need extras. And I guess the sheet didn't get used, so Pepino Man sent me one, which is awesome.
Nice.
Greg, yeah, go ahead. Greg, yeah, go ahead, Drew. Yeah, thank you.
Those are great. Congratulations, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Greg, I think you were going to show a pickup, weren't you?
No, I didn't have anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did anybody else?
I could show you
you're
this. This is a cool pickup.
Did anybody else have any pickups that they wanted to show?
I got one. I got a few in this week, of course, but here's one handy. This is the Eureka stamps from 49.
Oh, wow.
Spawn. Sorry for the glare. See right through it. Yes.
And it came. There was a Eureka stamp book, right?
Yeah, they came in stamp books. They were like full sheets by team. I missed out on getting the sheet. Spawn was on one. Just didn't get it. It went way higher than I thought. It was like a 2 or 3, and it sold for like almost $600. And I bid like $550 and didn't get it. So I was under bid or whatever. Yep. So I needed that one for the master set I'm working on.
That looks like a new.
If y'all don't want to see, but
Is that a new slab, Matt? That looks like a very crystal clear.
no,
No.
not a new slab. The new ones now. I think the ones that are brand new came out with the 91 is like the leading 2 numbers. I've seen some on eBay.
Matt, how you doing on the registry so far? What number are you?
Yeah, so I'm doing both the Topps master set and the regular master set. For the Topps, I'm 3rd, and then for the regular master set 4th for Spawn.
Nice. Wow. Congrats.
Yeah. No, thanks. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's the master one's competitive. I was texting with Theo this week. Like, all 4 people in top 4 spots like had updates. Like they picked up something. So there's some competition, which I enjoy. Some other sets I'm doing, there's nobody doing anything for like years. Like the Ben Franklin one, there's no one really buying anything except for me.
That is funny. So if nobody else had pickups, I actually was going to go around the horn here. I'd love to hear, what is your guilty pleasure as far as card content videos online? Like, give me like SGC reveals or whatever. Let's start with John and we'll go down the line. Tell me what one of your favorite card content like topics is, and I'd love to hear from the chat too if the chat wants to chime in. So John, what's your favorite topic as far as cards go? And when you see that video, you got to watch it. So
it's a tough question because I watch so much. Honestly,
just answer the question, John. Come on.
But I mean, in the terms of guilty pleasure, like I shouldn't be watching it. Since you had that episode talking about a certain guy putting juice on the card, he ends up coming up in my feed, and sometimes I watch him actually working on cards.
All right, bye, John. Nice to see you. All right, Chris, what card topic video is your favorite to see on YouTube?
Well, I guess I have to say I have to say 2 different kinds of card topic, but one is when I see vintage reveals and SGC or PSA, I got to stop and see. And I don't care how many times I see a certain vintage card. I can see, a 69 Willie Mays all day long. But, just like when I was I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but just like when I was in college, if you saw one naked boob shot of a girl, you had to see all of them. And that's kind of what I am with any kind of vintage card. I love seeing the reveal. The other thing, and I tell you, he's on the chat, so I probably shouldn't say anything, but I got some kind of man crush now on John Keating because he's got that radio voice, and and he and Mike were talking about something stupid the other day. I don't even know what it was, but I was so intoxicated watching him, and then I turn over and I watch him and Danny Black. So I guess that's my that's something I got to stop and see. And I promise I won't be talking all good stuff about John Keating all the time. But those are mine.
I thought you were going to say your favorite card content is any channel that you're on. So
Oh, now listen. First it was Donnie Ballgame, and then you tried forever to replace Donnie Ballgame by like I told you guys earlier. When you about this time last year, you were trying to get on everybody's show. You're trying to commenting on everything. I told John that I think I saw you on Food Network channel, Jerry Springer. Anytime you could get on something, you were trying to get on that thing. So listen, you can't make fun of me for that.
All right, it's all right. Let's move on. Darren, what's your favorite card content to see?
My favorite card content is top cards in people's collection videos. Those are the first ones I used to watch when I first got onto YouTube. And there's some guys on YouTube that have such insane collections that it's just really cool to see some super rare cards, once a year when they show them. And in general, I just enjoy seeing everybody's, like, when anyone that does that list, I just love to watch it, because regardless of the cards they have, they're always two things. One, they're always cool cards, and two, when you do those videos, you're always just very passionate about the cards. So for me, I just really enjoy watching people love the cards they've got in their collection. So I just think those videos are super cool. So whenever I see those pop up, I watch them.
Nice. Orlando, what you got to pick one? What do you got?
I'm just a fan of the card shows, so I like the card show videos. I like to watch Sammy when he does his, and Greg does great card show videos where you watch him looking at the cards and talking about what's going on, those type of things. And even the modern ones, Triple Crown. I watch Triple Crown and watch him negotiate his stuff and all that. And, I just kind of enjoy that. Michael Hand does some good ones too. A lot of guys out there just go to shows, and I just love looking at the cards and what's going on at the card shows, and especially when you talk to the dealers sometimes, just to see what's going on out there. So I'll click on those, just watch, just to pretend I'm at the card show.
Yeah, I think Ryan Nolan with some of his negotiations.
He was the best at that.
Like, oh my gosh. Like Greg browbeats a little bit, but he doesn't do very much. But Ryan Nolan, he's in there. But go ahead, Greg.
That's how we became buddies. He was doing that, and I got to meet him, and he's just a great guy. And he did 52 card shows in 1 year. I mean, anybody that can do that and just videotape them all is just awesome. Awesome guy.
Yeah. Awesome, Greg. Good.
Well, you started with guilty pleasure, and now you said drop everything and see it. So those are two different things.
Give me both.
My guilty pleasure is sports card radio. Cracks me up. Those guys absolutely crack me up. That's my guilty pleasure. I don't listen to all their stuff, but if I'm scrolling and they're on, there are a lot of times that I'll just listen for 20 minutes because I'm just laughing the whole time. As far as my favorite thing, Orlando started to touch on it. I love the negotiations, and it doesn't matter what it is they're negotiating. That's what I loved about Ryan Nolan's. I think Card Collector 2 does a great job with showing how to bundle, showing how to buy in bulk and add things on to get better deals. I think there's a lot that people can learn from watching other people negotiate. And so I'm always watching those because I'm trying to learn how to get better at that myself. So that's the thing I really get excited for.
Awesome. Matt, if you want to give a guilty pleasure and your favorite content, go ahead.
Sure. I mean, like a lot of folks, my favorite content's like this, all the collaborations. Like I've been known to, I rewatch all, if I don't watch them live, which I miss some, right? But I'll rewatch them later in the car or whatever, listen to them, catch up. Guilty pleasure, you're gonna Vintage Sports Shack, I think is the name of the channel.
Yeah.
He's always like, "Don't be stupid, don't be." Just I don't know, it just cracks me up. Like he's kind of a goober, I guess, right? But I enjoy because it's just funny. Like it's like lighthearted, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like there's always like 9-10 minute video too, which I like because it's not too short but not super long. And I don't know why I watch it honestly because he doesn't really do a whole lot. It's mostly like reveals or card shows too, but he's just a little different. So I enjoy that. I don't know why. Can't explain it.
That's awesome. Dave, what do you got?
With Orlando and Greg on that with the card shows. You know, I like when spanning the tables, seeing the card prices, seeing, you know, what's fluctuating up or down, everything there. And then if I'm driving to or from work, it's like, you know, listen to Greg, Drew, you know, Alex Bowman 53, something like that, where they're just talking and not really showing much stuff. You know, I just like listening to that on my way.
Nice. All right, what do you got, Mookie?
Well, you know, the only time I really feel guilty watching anything is when I'm in a live stream and I'm chatting along and I'm doing lines, I'm throwing words out there, and I feel bad for the host sometimes. I have to read the nonsense that I put in the chat. I either ignore it or feel like it's live. So that's the only time I actually feel guilty. I don't feel guilty watching anything. But I will say the things I enjoy, and I'm going to pay tribute to my bunkmate at the bottom here. Saturday mornings with Drew are great. He puts out these great videos every week, and I enjoy the hell out of all of them. So that's not good. I also like this guy right here. He does his walking around Florida with the alligators, and I love chatting with him and trying to tell him, make sure he doesn't get eaten while he's getting close to the pond. So I don't know. I think that's probably it. And I'm excited for a summer with Greg being off at school. Because the content will go way up. He's going to produce probably 2 or 3 videos a day. So.
Yeah, Greg's gonna keep us busy this summer now that he has it off. So
I'm a degenerate. I'll admit it. I'm a total degenerate.
Yeah. So Drew, what do you got for us?
So, you know, guilty pleasure, it's kind of evolved or changed depending on what's going on. So, you know, recently I picked up a card, which is a big story in itself. And it's the only card I picked up this year. In fact, I don't pick up much, which is fine. But I knew I was going to get this card. I wanted to get it at the show that I went to. So I had really dove into the show videos, especially when people are just scanning over, you know, the tables, because I wanted to see what the card I was looking for was asking for at shows. You can look up on eBay or VCP all you want, but the show was where I was going to be, and I wanted to see where it was. And what I realized is that card was not, it just seemed like it was never in the shows. Like, and it was a 55 Jackie Robinson, if anyone's watching didn't know. And I would see 56s, I would see 53s, I would see 55 Hank Aaron's and Clementes and Koufax, but there was never a Jackie Robinson. I'm like, is this a short card that I didn't know? But anyway, so that was for a while. Now that that's over, I have a card in mind that I really am hoping I can get at the National. So that's my guilty pleasure now, is I'm scanning for that one card, because I am literally a one card at a time kind of guy. As far as videos I always enjoy, this is not going to surprise anybody. I love stories. I love hearing stories. That's why I tell stories, you know. That's why I make up half of the things I talk about now. I love hearing, like recently, you know, Adam at Splendid Sports Cards, he's been interviewing his dad. I love that. That is great. You know, Chris has told, everybody that is here right now has told great stories about an experience they had, a person they met, a card when they got it or whatever. That's what I really love. Those are the types of videos I try to make, because I hope there's people out there that like my stories, and I appreciate it. You know, for Mookie, you know, liking my stuff and saying that. Now I have a pressure that I have to make one every Saturday, because there is definitely weeks I'm like, oh, I'll just wait. And but anyway, I do appreciate the support. But I love the stories. I love the stories where people talk about interactions with people, their experiences, because to me that's what, again, I've said it a million times, that's what drives our hobby deep. And it's not just cardboard of players. It's the stories of how we obtained and what we have, why we have it, why it's special to us. So that's my long answer to a short question.
Yeah, that's cool. So So I'm gonna say a guilty pleasure I used to have was did you guys ever, and it's not a card video, but did you guys ever see the quarter machines where you put the quarters in and it's the push machines and you have to try to get all the quarters out of them. There's like $100 bill there and the push machine tries to push the quarters. Does anybody ever watch those or is it just me? You could literally get sucked into this. Like, check it out. You get sucked in, I swear to you. But as far as cards go, Sammy did a video yesterday with the guy that went to Venezuela, and I love anytime anybody does an interview with somebody that you just haven't seen on, like you just haven't seen them in the YouTube space, or you haven't heard their story in the YouTube space. Like anytime somebody gets a dealer that maybe hasn't been on YouTube, like those are the videos that always, to me, are my favorites. I think it's really cool though, because we have a lot of like-minded people in here, there were so many different answers. I was actually kind of shocked, to be honest with you, with how many different answers we had. So that was kind of cool.
Well, can I get a chance to respond now, since I only got half the question? But
okay, good.
All right. So as far as what I like, I do just want to say, as someone who lives in the Pacific Northwest, which has a dearth of card shows, those ones make me feel bad because I don't have the opportunity to go anywhere near me and see cards like that at a show. So, but as far as good, these storytellers, Chris and Drew on this screen are both awesome storytellers. So I love seeing their stuff. And I also like the guys who give us the knowledge on some of these cards, like Mr. Orlando there, or I know he comes off as kind of abrasive, Mr. Blue Jacket 66. But just the knowledge to glean off these guys is so immense. So,
yeah, that's awesome. I had another topic. So I think most of you guys on here have been on YouTube for about a year or more. Do you guys ever watch your old videos and cringe? Or do you totally avoid all your old videos? Yep. John, do you ever watch any of your old stuff?
I actually did that recently just to see the difference, and wow, I was like frozen, almost like emotionless for I was not comfortable on camera for quite a few videos.
Yeah. So Chris, you ever watch any of your old stuff?
Hell, Theo, I watch my new stuff and cringe. I mean, I called you Leo the other night a couple times on four corners, and I hadn't been drinking yet. So, but that's why I like doing it in one take and most of the time. But no, yeah, I guess I would. I do just to make sure I haven't gone over a topic every once in a while. But my third video and my last video seems to be the difference between the two is you can't tell. So anyway.
Well, Darren was a hand model for a long time. Darren,
so I stopped hand modeling when John kept making fun of me for it. So I appreciate that. The problem, though, is my conundrum is I watch videos I made a year and a half ago, and I watch the ones I made like last week, and I'm like, why are they both equally as crappy? I don't get it. I'm not improving. They're exactly the same.
How about you, Orlando? Like, I feel like you've been so consistent. Like, I don't know how you would cringe at your old videos, but how about you?
I don't even go back. I don't even watch the video when I upload it. I just go ahead and I do the video and I just upload it. I don't even preview it or even look at it. I just so no, I don't. What I do go back and look at is some of my own card show videos. Like I've been back and I've seen my own the Strongsville show when I did I put the 3 pretty good videos there of all the tables. I've gone back and seen my own videos just to go back and see, all the tables for all the dealers again. So that I've seen, but normally, I just record it and go on with it and move on.
That's
It is
crazy.
what it is.
I've never not watched a video before I posted it. Greg, what do you got?
I don't watch my videos before I post them. The only thing I don't watch them. Sometimes I'll look to make sure things are synced up the way they're supposed to, but I don't watch them. And it's funny because I don't plan anything in my videos. Well, I plan some of the data, but I don't plan what I'm going to say. So there will be times that people will say, "Hey, I really like this portion of the video," and I'm like, "What did I say?" And so I'll go back and I'll watch it to see what I said, what they were referring to, because I don't remember because I wasn't planning. But I don't watch anything unless somebody gives me a comment that makes me want to go back and see what I actually said.
That's crazy. Matt, do you ever go back to those old videos and watch them?
I mean, anyone that's watched my videos knows that if I actually watch any old ones again, I might try to fix something. So I haven't done that, obviously. So, no, I feel bad for myself watching to begin with. The first time was plenty enough for everyone, I'm sure.
Yeah, Dave's videos are about 2 minutes each, so it would be pretty easy to go back and watch. Dave, do you ever go back and check them out?
No, I'm the same as Orlando. I don't even watch them when I make videos. I don't watch them to upload them either. So
Yeah, it's funny. Mookie, your channel has evolved a lot since you started. So
Yeah, sort of crawling to walking to limping to hopping on one foot. Yeah, I've gone back and watched it and cringed for sure. If you're not, changing and evolving, just like anything else, like you should be different than you were a year ago in some ways. So that's how I view it. How I think about things has changed, and watching all you guys, I've learned and developed different sensibilities about things and formed new opinions, and you change in a million ways, particularly when you're exposed to all this information and sensory input. I don't know if my mic still sucks.
It's better now.
Yeah.
That's cool. Drew, what do you got for us?
I don't really watch my old videos. More what I do is I go into like YouTube Studio and I see what of my old or original videos were watched recently, and I'm like, who's watching these? Like, I haven't gained a subscriber. Who's going back? But what I find interesting, because I've seen this over and over, and here I go with a story, is the video that I put out last summer, which probably all you guys have seen, of my national experience, where I went to this crappy card show and there was this shady dealer who was played by my, at that point, 11-year-old daughter. There'll be a spike in that video, and I'm like, oh, she's at school showing her friends again. And that's exactly what it is she'll find somebody, my dad's got a channel and I was on it, and there'll be a bunch of those again. So that's kind of funny to me, though, to look and see, like, what videos are being watched still. Again, I'm not talking about ones that are high view count, or at least in my channel, but just like it went from like 52 views to 53. Like, who watched this suddenly? Like, what was it in the title or something? Because to me, while I'm not trying to explode my channel, I am trying to improve, like, my content to be able to entertain people or whatever. So I'm trying to change a little bit with my thumbnails without getting too cringy on it, or my intro or whatever, and just little things like that. So I kind of look back and I'm like, why are people watching that one? Because it was a terrible thumbnail, a terrible title, or whatever I thought was good at the time. So I don't watch them from years ago. So
awesome.
Which, by the way,
yeah.
I'll announce here. I talked to Theo about this earlier, but there may or may not be a return of that shady dealer for my national video this year, which I'm actually going to be at the national. So if you guys liked that little skit that we did, there may or may not be a return of it in the next couple months here. So little teaser for anybody who ever asked. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, I since like with this event coming up, I went back and watched some of my early videos just to kind of reminisce, and I had to turn them off. I couldn't watch. So
you were terrible.
I was horrible. I can't believe anybody watched it. I really can't.
That's how I've always felt about your videos.
Yeah. Well, once you finally put sleeves on, it was tolerable. But
let's end with this. Let's end with this topic. So obviously we're all pretty active out there searching for cards. In the next year, what's one card that's pretty high up on your list that maybe is a little bit higher on your budget? What's one card that you have that is kind of like, I'd love to get this card in the next year? I could start so you could kind of think about it, but I'm especially after watching Sammy's video, I definitely want to get another Clemente Venezuelan card this year. So that's going to definitely be on my hit list. Preferably the 62, but I definitely want to get one that's not a multiplayer one this year. So that's probably going to be on my radar, especially at the National. But John, you want to go? I kind of feel like I'm going to answer.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I mean, I want to get the big, Babe Ruth off my list there. That's he's gonna go nowhere but up. So,
yep. Chris, what do you the next year? What's a big card you want to get off your list?
If I was sitting on Santa Claus's lap, I'd break out this sheet right here. But I have my eyes set on a 39 play ball Ted Williams or a 1950 Bowman Jackie Robinson. And if I decide to hit a home run sometime, it's going to be the 52 Topps Jackie Robinson. That's on my list. Yeah,
that'd be big. Darren, you and your dang lists. I honestly, you and Greg should change your channel name to Lists. That's all you guys talk about. Tell me what's on your list. Your list.
No, I love lists. I love lists because lists help me stay focused until I'm not focused anymore. So I still like them. So the big card that I want to pick up is the 52 Topps Jackie Robinson. But with that card, I've been real touchy. Like I found a few that I really liked, but I need it to be in the grade I could afford. But at the same time, I also want it to have perfect red background with no snow. It needs to be fairly well centered. So I don't care about the corners, but I want it to be fairly well centered, no snow on the red, and be a 4 or less. So I'm struggling to find this, but I'm working on it.
Nice.
Or a 68 3D Clemente. I don't know. One of those two.
Get out of here. You are starting a Clemente run though, right? Or were you just joking?
No, I want to actually. So when I get the Jackie Robinson and I still have the 34 Gaudy Gehrig, the yellow one, number 61 on my list, or 37, whichever one it is. Once I get those two, then yeah, once my list is done, then I'd like to do a Clemente run.
Nice.
But probably more of his base cards. I don't know. The 3D is a joke. I mean, not a joke as a card. A joke is me getting it.
Yeah.
I assume.
Orlando, I'm very curious your answer. What is it?
Well, I'm gonna do like the home run or the. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to get it this year, but a card that I've been looking for a long time, and I'll be looking for it at the National if I can gather up enough cards to sell. And that's the T204 Walter Johnson, the Ramley,
Wow.
the one that's still missing from the Strongsville find. That's one of those cards still missing. Of course, it'll be in a low grade 1 or authentic, but that's the Walter Johnson rookie card, and I'd love to have that. It has an actual photo of Walter Johnson, and just a beautiful card. It's been a dream card, and one day I'll get it. Maybe this year.
That'd be a crazy card to pick up. Greg, what do you got? I have no idea what you're gonna say.
Are you serious? You're making fun of me.
Well, you're not gonna actually say the
54 banks.
Get out of here.
He's never gonna buy one. He's just gonna talk about it.
I mean, the 54 banks, the 48 Barra, I think that I was really good at the end of last year when I sat down with Darren and I made my list, and I was really, really focused for like 3 months, and I'm completely off the rails again. Like I need rehab. I'm buying things not on my list. I'm floundering. Literally, I'm sitting here making a list as you're talking, and like 10 cards come to mind. So I like legit need therapy because it's out of control right now. So I'm just gonna say the banks. And will I ever get the banks? I will eventually get the banks. I don't know if that's the card I'll get at this year's national, but I will get the banks.
All
Right, you should get the Tolateros Josh Gibson International.
Well, it's worth twice as much now than it was a week ago.
True.
Because of the surprise announcement.
Right. Well, no, now it's the time to buy.
When you sit here and say floundering, I'm just sitting here thinking about the Muppet Baby cards you've been buying and the Pirates of the Caribbean cards. It's crazy.
Yeah. I love it all. I love all that stuff.
I know. All right, Matt, what do you got for us? I'm sure it's some crazy cards that you got.
I do too. I guess I want to get a Ruth one too, but I know John already kind of mentioned looking for the Ruth at the National. I'm looking for the Quaker Oats. It's an oversized one, of course, 34. That one's pretty attainable, like in a 1. And then the one I want is on eBay. And I've waited 4 days. Theo knows I've waited 4 days and I haven't bought it yet. I'm surprised I haven't. The 55 spick and span die cut Spawn.
Dave, what's a card you'd love to obtain this year?
I think it's a quad auto 4 collector's card.
John, you
are the way there, Dave.
You have it in your bottle.
One of one.
I had that at Strongsville, but somebody stole it.
It's one of 50 limited edition in existence.
So no, actually, my list keeps changing like all the time. But I know for probably I think his name is George Bradley. He is like known as like the first person to throw a no-hitter in baseball and stuff. It's an old Judge card.
Oh wow, that's
Nice.
awesome. What do you got, Mookie? What's a card you'd love to obtain this year?
I'd like to get a Seaver, a Bill Dennehy, Tom Seaver rookie card, 1967 Topps high number. And once I get it, I will start making the case to get it into the Baseball Card Hall of Fame and do my big wind up. I see Ray from Philly in that chat, so hopefully we'll get it over the line. But that's probably the big. I mean, honestly, it's sort of like I don't feel an intense pressure to get it. If I got it this year, I'd be happy. But I don't have a long list, and I feel like, I'm shopping in the pinhole aisle. You don't need to shoot for the moon all the time. So that's my answer.
Awesome, Drew.
So the one card that I wanted, I got, which was that 55 Jackie. I have a backup, and it was a shoot for the moon kind of thing. It's going to take, I mean, my card budget is basically none, but I've been literally saving for years to go to the National this year to find a big card. The Jackie is now off that list, so my list is still just one card. It'll be there. Whether I can afford it, I don't know, but I've got some things in hopefully lined up for the next couple of months to afford it. But what the card is a 1949 Leaf Ted Williams. Eventually, someday, and I look at my collection and I really feel it's almost complete. I'm really happy with what I have, but I have a beautiful Musial. I would love to have the Williams, the Musial, and then DiMaggio. And in some weird way, that makes me feel like my collection will be complete. So the Williams is next. Whether I ever get it, I hope so, in Cleveland. The DiMaggio, maybe or maybe not. I don't know. But that's the one I'll be looking for. So if you know me and got my number, when we're at the National, I'm probably going to get texts constant like, here's one, here's one, here's one. But but it's a matter of building my budget up between now and then to be able to do so, and then being able to do that and be able to do that around so many people that that I've become great friends with. It just sounds like a thrill to me. So that's my card.
Yeah. I can't wait to hang out with you at the National this year, Drew. It's going to be really cool. So
it's going to be awesome, all you guys.
So guys, I don't want to prolong. It's not easy having 10 guys on the screen, but I do appreciate you guys working through it and just taking time out on a Saturday to hang out with me. I do. And if I was going to do something like this, I wanted to be surrounded with, a group of guys that I just really love and respect in the hobby. And I think my favorite thing to do on YouTube in general is to do collaborations, because I just love hearing other people's perspectives and hanging out with now friends. And I think a lot of you guys, the first time we talked was for a collaboration, and then we haven't stopped texting since. We're calling each other, talking. So it's been a fun ride so far. I really do appreciate. I think we had 50 people for a good while. I really appreciate everybody in the chat. I know there's a lot of people out there that support us, that watch. These are all amazing channels. I hope people that aren't subbed to some of these channels go out and sub them, because they have some great content, some great cards. So I'm going to wrap it up with John. You want to show everybody the card you got tonight? I want to just look at my card and your card again here.
Did you want to see this one again?
So me and John now are even. He's got the 3.5 and a Willie Mays. I got the 4 there. So I think we could call
I
it
see Roberto on that card. What's going on?
But yeah, let's wrap it up. I thank everybody for coming out, like I said, and I thank everybody in the chat, and I look forward to another 1,000 hopefully, and I look forward to hanging out with you guys more. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks. Congrats again, Theo.
Thank you.